This is the second part of my story. This is the part of cancer. This is when my doctors told me that, you do have cancer. In 2015, I told you in the last video that I did have a tumor removed. I don't know if I did tell you, but it was a 28-pound tumor. They also removed like 10 inches of my colon and some of my lymphoids. After a week-long, stay in the hospital between rehabbing myself, trying to walk, gain my strength back, trying to care for myself, the doctor did tell me that the tumor was cancerous. My first question was, so when can I go back to work? The doctor kind of chuckled and said, well, it's going to be at least 3 to 4 months on the surgery side, and now you're also going to have to go through chemo. The doctor left the room, and of course, me and my wife was upset. We cried for a little bit. Now the journey home. You have a lot to think about on your way home. Basically, we were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do if something happens to me? I'm usually the main source of income, so how are we going to pay bills? How are we going to make it? How are we going to feed the animals? How are we going to feed the kids? I was able to get disability. Disability helps out quite a bit. It does pay the bills, but other than that, sometimes you have to juggle bills around when it comes to disability. This month I'm going to pay electric. This month we'll pay all the gas. This month, we'll try to do what we can, and we won't. If we have anything extra that we like to do, candy bars, cigarettes, even though the cancer, I know I shouldn't be smoking, but one's got to go. Bills come first. And I will not lie, I still do smoke cigarettes to this day. I don't say I'm happy about it or I'm proud about it, but I do. After getting everything in order, we had to start calling doctors. You going through cancer, sometimes you have 3 or 4 doctors a week to go to. You have to make sure your vitals are up so you can do chemo. You have to make sure your cell count's good. You have to make sure you don't have a fever, because once you're going through chemo, you're likely to get any kind of flu, any kind of be quick, and by then you don't know if you do have the flu until it's too late because your immune system is so low. I do know going through chemo it's a pretty tough battle. I don't know which was worse, the chemo part or the hearing the word that you do have cancer. I will say that I was fortunate enough that I did not lose my hair. I know it did then, but I did not lose it. Chemo, it kills all your cells in your body. It takes the good ones and bad ones, kills it all. It basically makes your body restart over. There are side effects of chemo. You get nausea, vomiting. I don't really think I had diarrhea too much. I do know I had to use the other bathroom quite a bit just because of all the fluids going through you. I did get neuropathy from it. Neuropathy, I live with it every day. Even now, sometimes climbing an 80-foot tree, I have to where I feel like I'm getting stabbed in my hand with needles, trying to grab my rope. Sometimes I can be 60 foot up, just like in this video, and I feel like I'm getting shot. Even though I know that the tree could be, 12 foot away from the power lines, 15 foot, and the limbs could not even be, they could be 3 to 6 foot from the power lines. You still have to watch what you do because, some of these limbs, if you don't cut them the right direction, they can nick the power lines or touch them. And that's one thing I'm really careful and awareness, from. It also, I cannot walk on the carpet barefoot because it feels like I'm just getting stabbed 100 times. In my feet, it just feels like needles are just stabbing me everywhere. I will say, with cancer though, you really figure out who your friends are and your family is. I had a great support. My mom and my wife was there for every chemo treatment. Never missed one. My wife was there for everyone, I know for sure. My mom lives a little bit away from me, so I didn't expect her there. She even surprised me on a couple of them being there, but her love for her son, she wanted to be there. The family rallied together, had a huge barbecue where I got to see all my nieces and nephews at the same time on both sides of my family. That was one of my wishes. It was probably the best moment that I've had in a long time. I also noticed, going to the doctors, you're not alone going through cancer. There's a million of us that was going through it, each one with their own journey in life. Each one had a different reason of going through cancer. Each one had, a different type of cancer. They shared their stories. I shared mine. I also realized on this journey of how strong you got to be. You have to be strong for your family. If you're strong for your family will be strong for you. Sometimes your family has to pick you up. The chemo will make you tired. It will wear you out. It'll make you where you want to go home and just rest. You don't feel like eating. Like I said, you feel nauseated. Cancer is probably one of the worst things you'll ever hear in your life. I don't commend that on my worst enemy. I would not like to see anybody go through it. But I do know as soon as I overcame mine on my last chemo treatment, that my stepdad, who has been there for me most of my life, he ended up having throat cancer. And so the journey starts all over for us. Basically we were helping him through it. I'm sure everybody in their family has somebody that is going through cancer. I just say please be there for them, support them, love them. I know I did not put this video together the way I wanted it to, but I appreciate you guys for listening to my story and watching. A lot of people tell me how strong I am to go through cancer, especially stage 4 cancer in a year, and then to come back to work. And this is proof of the video of what I'm doing, 2 years afterwards. Even though sometimes I'm still tired, sometimes I get weak, I still get up and provide for my family. But I do appreciate you guys so much for watching these videos and helping me grow. When cancer is a time for you to be with your family, that's time you'll never get back. Your family is one of the most important things that you will ever have. I learned that the hard way, working 7 days a week. Even now that I do work 6 days a week now, I realize how much precious time I did have with that, with my family. But I appreciate y'all so much for watching this video. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.